Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you are all doing well. We continue with the live. Mercato is over, you know it, you heard it also in the countdown music that the Mercato music is gone and we will wait until June. Maybe a bit earlier because you know it, Mercato never sleeps. We already have a lot of names that we can possibly go for in the month of June, because for 10 days Mercato will be open. So today we'll have, no, this year we'll have even more Mercato. Mercato of the winter that is just gone, Mercato of June for 10 days, and then that it's opening again from July and August. Mercato is crazy tonight, la 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 la. I hope that Giuntoli watched Atalanta Bologna and that he really closely watched Santiago Castro. What a player. What a player. What a player. He's strong. You will see. One season maximum. One more season. And he's gone to a big club. To a big club. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Juve. But I see him, I don't know, outside of Italy for a lot of money. What a player. What a really, really player. I will tell you about the Coppa Italia. Watch the game. About Atalanta, about Bologna, about who we can possibly face in the semi-final. We have a lot of things to say in today's video. So, ciao Juventini of the world. Let me say hello to all the people that are here. We have Nas, ciao grande Nas, ciao Beppe. I will miss Fagioli a lot more than some of the latest that left us. But I wouldn't call it a mistake since we know it's a sacrifice that we have to make. Yeah, I agree. We can come back on Fagioli also later, because I made today a video where I wanted to speak about with my chest, with my heart, with my emotions. But that doesn't mean that I don't agree with what we did. We sold Fagioli, and I believe for the maximum that you could have for Nicolo Fagioli. Ciao, my friend. Rio 10 that became a member yesterday. So let me say thank you again to my friend that yesterday decided to make that step to not only becoming a subscriber, but also a great member of the channel. At the moment we are with 36,028 Juventini of the world here on the channel. Thank you, really appreciate it, Caio. And then we have here a Black Mumba 17, LJJ, Mas again, Maria Merlaru that is together with us in the chat, James Stanislavski, Boris, we have a Saraza. They think, why is Costa out? Beppe, why would he be out? I will answer that question, of course, because you see him on the thumbnail of today. We speak about Lloyd Kelly that took the number 6 today. Guten Abend, Don Simon 82. Don't speak too much German to me, because today I'm also sad. I didn't make a video about it. But it's not only the number 21 from the first team that left Juventus. We are speaking about Nicola Fagioli, but also the 21 from the women team. Arianna Caruso that went to Bayern Munich. Fantastic person. Arianna Caruso, fantastic player. Arianna Caruso made an interview also with him. I'm used to speaking first team man with her after 8 seasons at the Juventus first team. She's gone. Makes totally sense. She's a total super player, and we know it. Women football in other countries are a step ahead of what we see in Italy, so I can understand the step, which is on the other side quite sad for me. So I lose 2 21s in one day. Ciao Daniel White, Thomas Macluf, ciao grande Nino Sport, Stavros is there, Pavel, Marco Meola, hola Beppe, Benjamin, ciao grande Devoya, we have Maharaj that is there, ciao Beppe, could you please put some words in about the word, I will tell you the truth, guys, I will tell you immediately the truth, I will not lie, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the reportage, the documentary from Rai 3 that was speaking about Inter and all their financial problems and I didn't. Not that I was not interested, but you know it, guys. My philosophy. I don't want to go too much into the problems of other teams. Unless we have an open case, unless there are investigations, unless there is something, but I don't want to too much, because I don't know too much. I don't know. The only thing that I know, that I always told you, is that you can say whatever you want. You know that Inter is much more protected than Juve, and that you see things that are absolutely not correct. While on Juve, and it's not the first time, but every single time it's the same thing. Juve, you have a big chaos around voices, big chaos, finishing on the first pages. You have also an acceleration, like we saw in 2006, like we saw in 2023, about the court. You have leaked files, you have misinterpreted, blah, 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 and they take a decision that is usually a really hard one. And then when it's other teams, you don't hear at all about it. I would love that it's always like the second case also for Juve. So you see a lot of disparities in these things that are extremely annoying. But as I as I didn't watch the documentary, it's tough for me to speak about it. Ciao Zahi, ciao Lorenzo, ciao Chiello Starti, ciao Lilghi, Radis there as well, Fabione45. Ciao a tutti. Ok. Is Alberto Costa possibly giunto di signing and not something Motta approved? Okay, we go towards the first topic of today. So today you know that there was an open training session. Attenzione. Let me first say hello and thank you to the great, the man, the best one. Oh, we need now really to adapt the emojis, seriously, because Fagioli is gone. I think that I took away Chiesa, but Fagioli is gone. We have... we can adapt. But 39 months on fire, Aman, on fire, grande Aman, fantastic. That today he told me, Beppe, you should start a mini series with interpreting 3 times Beppe with different roles. Like it was really strange what he told me today. I'm still thinking about it. Grande Aman. So today there was an open training session at La Continassa for fans and also for the journalists. So from time to time they are doing it, they are organizing it. I think that you know about it from the moment that you are a member of a GOFC member, and then they tell you have the opportunity to go to a training session, which is always nice because you see your players in a more relaxed way than in the game. You're a bit closer as well, so it's always fun to see. And we that are not there, we have also the images, because a lot of people now what they are doing is actually filming the entire training session without comment, nothing, and then they post it also as a content where you can see the entire training session open. I saw a few channels that did it. It's a way like an order to do it. Thank you, Lavezzi, grande Lavezzi, grandissimo Lavezzi. Thank you for your support and for being here today. So what did we see there? We saw a few things that I want to speak about, but especially at a certain moment we have Marco Baridon that is working for Juventus News 24, that today posted something that at a certain moment was a object of discussions, because wait. Marco Baridon, he showed us Lloyd Kelly situation. I will come back on Lloyd Kelly, but it was Giovanni Albanese that showed us a video that I will show you now. It's this one. At the end of the training session, what do we see? At the end of this training session, we see Thiago Motta that is taking with his right arm around the shoulders of Alberto Costa. They speak while they are going towards the end of the field. So I will go here like that. So they speak. At a certain moment, that's where you see a first reaction from Alberto Costa, that is putting his head down first. Then he's touching his face like this. And then after putting his face like that, he's actually looking a bit into the sky. So you see, they walk, he listens to it, and then boom, the hand on the face, and then the head ahead to the sky. They continue to talk, they speak, where there you have a Thiago Motta that is doing bam, bam, bam on the bag. Look. It's pushing him a bit bad, It's saying it's okay, it will be okay. The players continue to walk alone, totally isolated. He's taking his shirt and he's taking the sweat out of his face. Sweat or tears, I don't know, guys. There is no official communication from Juve about what happened here, but of course we have our own interpretation that I will try to explain you now. We have a new list of Champions League that we can insert, and only 3 players can be added to the first list that we did, at least for the first team. 3 players only. Not 4, not 5, not 6, only 3. We just signed 4 players. And we were already speaking since a few days now, when we knew that it was correct, that information, that if there was a player that was really risking, it was Alberto Costa. For what reason? Because on that side of the field you can play with Savona, you can play with Cambiaso, you can play possibly also with Weah, you can play with Kalulu when he will be back. So you have a lot of players that can play as a right back. Not all of the same level, but Cambiaso can play without problem, left or right. Kalulu it's his position. Now that we have two center defenders on top, I would not be surprised to see him there a few games. So you have a lot of solutions there. Playing with Alberto Costa, sacrificing one of the two center backs would be criminal. Sacrificing Kolo Muani would be totally stupid and criminal, because that's not okay. So at a certain moment, they went and told him. So I cannot confirm that this is what they were talking about, but guys, the list needs to be given latest the 6th of February. So we have time until Thursday, but except if there is a huge big injury, hopefully not from one of the players, the new players, Alberto Costa will not be there. Comes, and that's really strange, as the first signing of the winter mercato before Kolo Muani, before Veiga and before Kelly. We didn't see him. He was on the bench against Milan. He didn't enter. He was on the bench against Napoli. He was not on the bench in the 2 games of Champions League because he was not on that list, because it was not possible to insert new players in that list. And then he was also on the bench in the last home game against Empoli, where he didn't enter. So 3 games on the bench without a single minute for Alberto Costa. Does that mean that he's bad, that he's not good? No, but on the other side, when Thiago Motta sees that the player is doing well, or also out of necessity, he's playing these players. He already did it with Kolo Muani without hesitation. He did it again with Lloyd Kelly. No, sorry, he's not there yet. He did it with Renato Veiga, that entered immediately and played immediately, 90 minutes, out of necessity, that injury of Kalulu. But he shows that if the players are ready, they play. Which means that probably at today, Alberto Costa is maybe not ready on one side. Does that mean that he didn't want the signing? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a player that can really be into that vision of football of Thiago Motta. It's a player that we know it, can really carry the ball ahead. Today he scored, by the way, 2 goals in that training session. So he's doing well. It's a good player, potentially a good player that will have his chance in Coppa Italia, that will have his chance in Serie A, in the World Cup for club in the summer. But for the Champions League, because the lists are made like that, because you can only add 3 players, it's logical. What is annoying to me, if this is really the discussion that they were having at that moment, and this is something that I will never understand, and I really think that it's only linked to football where you see these things. Tell me if you agree with me or not, guys, and then I will read your comments and your reactions. But I really don't understand. You're training in your training facilities in La Continassa. Thiago Motta has an office there. Today, especially today, where you have the supporters that are there, I don't understand why these talks that are happening there in the middle of the field. First of all, in the middle of the field, even if there were no supporters. On top of that, with supporters, these are discussions that you take in your office. He has an office there. You go into the office, the player is taking a shower, and after the shower you say, "Oh, Alberto, come, I need to speak to you." At least you can have, also a discussion, taking your time to explain. That doesn't mean that you need to speak 30 minutes or 1 hour to explain something. It's a decision that has been taken. You need to be straight to the point. I understand that in terms of management, because there is nothing to discuss, honestly. It's a decision that has been taken, but I think that it's always nice to sit down, being isolated, where the players can also have a reaction and emotion, or also can explain or say something. You never know. But it's not only linked to Thiago Motta. I saw exactly the same. You can go on Netflix and watch it on the All or Nothing. No, All or Nothing was Amazon Prime. You can go on Amazon Prime. You can see exactly the same with Andrea Pirlo, the coach that was speaking, I believe, to Marco Piazza, but I'm not even sure, or to other players telling him, you need to find another team. Like this, in the middle of the field, before, after a training session, things that I'm not a huge big fan of. Why like that? I'm not a big fan. No? Tell me what you think about it. So Alberto Costa not in the Champions League it's a decision that unfortunately I understand. Do I think that the player has been rejected by Thiago Motta? No. I think that he can really do something for Thiago, but it's a decision that is logical. Unfortunately. No, that's not what I would say. That's not what I would say. You don't care about the situation, guys. Huh? I see that you don't care about Alberto Costa because all the people are speaking about Lloyd Kelly. Hey, guys, you decide what we speak about. Huh? I already told you about Alberto Costa because also he was on the thumbnail, and I think it's also hard. Now, let me add that the player reaction, if really they were speaking about the Champions League topic, it's a bit strange, no? Because he should have known. We knew already since 1 week, 10 days, that if an extra defender would have come, he would have been out of the list. We knew it. We said it here on the channel. I spoke about it on Juventus. How is it possible that the player does not know? Or because there are two situations. Or he doesn't know, and that means that the agent did really bad their job. 2, he knew, but he was still dreaming, was still expecting and hoping that he would have been called up. I don't know. I really don't know. Well, I don't know. It's strange anyway, because if he didn't know about the situation and he just learning like that, then the agent didn't do well their job. Huh? How do we know? It was confirmed. How do we know? It was confirmed he was talking about Champions League. Maybe... No, I told you. We don't know. Maybe you entered in the meanwhile. But I said it immediately. We don't know. We really don't know about the situation. We don't know if it's that. That's what we suppose, all of us. That's what we think. Then maybe he told him something totally different from what I know from the people that were there. They were telling me that he was today in great form, in great shape. So it's not even about he didn't train well or he was really good. He was really, really good. No, we don't know. We don't know if they were speaking about that. That's a supposition that we are making, the most possible one. But we have no certainty about that. Maybe he was giving advice after Costa was struggling with something. Could be as well. Huh? All is possible. That was about Alberto Costa. Do you have more things about Alberto Costa or not? The player that took the number 2. Will we see him against Como? Look, that would be beautiful, honestly. Honestly, it would be beautiful. I'm not saying from the start, because I don't know. Honestly, I don't know the player. I don't know how great he is or bad he is. I don't know if he's ready, not ready. But would be nice to see him at least entering in the second half if we are doing our job, of course, which is super important. A lot of people are speaking about Adzich. Guys, you know it. If you give me the assist to speak about Adzich, guys, then I don't stop. Adzich is a player that I really believe in. It's a really player that I believe in, that I think that he has amazing qualities. I think that he also has the right personality. He went 3 times injured. That blocked him a bit. He could have been playing for a spot in the beginning of the season, especially when there were a lot of players that were missing. You remember we had a period where a lot of players were missing, but also him was unfortunately injured. He's a fantastic guy, also personality, a kind person. I really, really like him. I would love to see him more. Now, what are the official words of Thiago Motta? 2 days ago, I believe, after the game against Empoli, he said it's a good guy, but now we have a lot of players up front. There is a lot of competition up front. He will stay, of course, with us with the first team because he's helping us a lot also in training session. He's growing there as well. But 4 minutes, maybe he will have more minutes with the next gen. That doesn't mean that he will be officially a next gen player. His contract is really clear. The contract is, it's a player that will transit between the first team and the next gen, not next gen and first team. So it's a first team player that when he has no opportunity to play, when it's difficult, when both of the team, next gen and Juve, are playing with different dates, but in Torino, so that you're avoiding a lot of travels, he can also have some minutes there. Today he was also in great form at a certain moment. I don't know if you watched the clip or not. but it was also online where you see an Adzich that is recuperating that ball, and then a bomb with a really bomba, with a rocket shot, he's scoring a goal. The guy has quality. Yeah? The guy has really quality. Then it's not always easy to fight for a spot in a team that is looking for identity. Look, an Adzich in a perfectly oiled team like give me a team that is working today. I don't know. I don't know. This season, I tell you the truth, I didn't watch too much of international football. Last year, I knew everything. But let's say Liverpool, bravo, Liverpool. Atalanta could possibly be, but Liverpool is a really good example. Liverpool is really a fantastic example. But Liverpool, I'm sure that a guy like that would have some opportunities to play. Even if, attenzione, in Premier League is actually a really bad example, because you know that in Premier League they are not able to call up a lot of players for the bench. How much players can they call up? I believe 7. In the past it was even less, but it's 7 players. So you have already to make a choice for the bench. Yeah. It's already a choice for the bench. That's why a lot of players, they stay out. I love Italy. If there is one thing that I really love in Italy, is that you have an extra large bench. There is also a maximum amount, but I think it's really high. It's I don't know how much, 14. I don't know, but it's really long. And I love that. I really love that, because depending how the game can go, you can really say, okay, we are winning 4-0 at halftime. Let's play these guys that maybe have no opportunity. But if you need to select before the game, before knowing, you don't know how that game will be. So you are not always calling up players that could possibly have an opportunity. So if there is one thing that I love in Italy, it's that one. But I think that in a perfectly oiled team where you have a player has more chances to play this game, because you just play with one player. Like, for example, I always take the example of Musiala. Musiala, that probably in a team that is looking for an identity, a team that is having a lot of problems in their team with a lot of gaps, that is not working really well, would not have worked immediately. Musiala would not have worked immediately. Musiala, when he started at Bayern Munich as a really young kid, the team was totally formed and working. And I remember the interviews of the Bayern Munich players that were saying, look, we are playing for us, but we are also playing to make actually Musiala's life easy. So in his insertion in the team, him being involved in that, he doesn't care about the other ones. We care about him. We take care about him. We sacrifice ourselves a bit more so that he has an easy way. But everyone or everything was working perfect. He was a perfectly oiled machine. And you see that the player like that has the time. Today at Juve, we are looking still for ourselves. At today, guys, we have players like Koopmanners, like Douglas Luiz, that are still looking for themselves. And we are speaking about players that we signed for 60, for 50 million euro. So it makes sense that it's a bit more difficult for Adzich to start today. Then I have absolutely no doubt that it's a player of quality, and if he stays long at Juve, I'm sure that we will see him. Rob, buonasera Rob, I didn't forget you, I was just talking, I didn't want to be interrupted, because these things are fun, especially in the end of life, but in the beginning of life, with the top 5, sometimes it's taking us out of context, especially because we need to speak about Kelly, etc. So usually, after 1 hour, but you sponsor the channel, so I need to answer that question as well. For Rob, top 5 between Roberto Pereira, Cannavaro, Cristiano Ronaldo, Zaza, and Pjanic. Importance and feeling, I would put Zaza 5th, even if that 88-minute goal against Napoli is always a fantastic one. And also, it's a period that I remember when I was doing the contest for becoming the Juve host on Twitch. I remember that I had a lot of games that I could choose from to comment, and I wanted to go for a game with a lot of goals, because then I could, celebrate a lot. But it was in 10 or 15 minutes that you needed to comment that game. And I said, no, let's go for one goal only, so that you are building up the Heat. So I will always be linked with Zaza. But anyway, fifth, Pereira. Fourth, Cannavaro third, Cristiano second, Pjanic one. I think. Yeah. I think something like that. Anyway, thank you guys. It's tough, eh? It's always tough, eh? Il Tucumano. I love the Pereira. Was not a bad player. They're good players. Do you believe in the rumor of Vlahovic Colomwani? No, I don't believe it. I will explain you why. Oh, I will save that comment here. I will save that comment for later. I will come back on that. What about Lloyd Kelly? Because today, I told you, from Marco Baridon, we saw another video. This one. Where Lloyd Kelly is on the bench. If I'm not wrong, there is, I'm not sure. I think it's Calvo, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure next to who is sitting. But here you have Lloyd Kelly that is just sitting. Giuntoli is next to him here, I think. And then I think it's Calvo, but I'm not sure. Not sure at all. But he didn't train today. He didn't train at all today. Of course, a lot of people are asking what is happening with Lloyd Kelly. Why is he not training? He signed, he already chose the number. Why is he not playing? Why is he not playing? So, actually, it's quite easy. Why is he not playing? Because there are still some problems with his visa, work visa. So, today, Goal reported really well, saying, as mentioned, Lloyd Kelly watching his new team in training session from the sidelines and without wearing his boots. The English defender is not injured. However, the former Newcastle player did not train because he's still dealing with some bureaucratic issues to resolve before he can be officially employed. So that work visa, because he's an extracomunitario, because of Brexit, because of UK, is taking longer to be approved. It's annoying. It's really annoying because Walker already played with Milan, and our player cannot train. You will tell me, Beppe, but why is he just not training or training in an isolated way? Because if you don't have the work visa, for them, training is work. So he cannot work. He cannot train. By consequence, which is annoying because if he would have trained today, we are Tuesday, could have trained tomorrow on Wednesday, could have trained Thursday, and probably also in the morning of Friday to be really fit and already there on the bench, or maybe, you never know, even starting against Como. Now he's already missing one day, and hopefully he can already train tomorrow. Otherwise, we postpone. Will you take him with you in Como? Yes, maybe, if the visa is working. Yes, but it's not the same. So it's annoying. It's really annoying. It's really, really sincerely annoying. Renato Vega, our new boy. Grande Renato. I'm very sad that my buddy Kelly could not train with me. Renato. But maybe tomorrow, hopefully. In the meanwhile, he went with the number 6. He has chosen that number 6. Lloyd Kelly. Can we see the shirt? I don't have it here. Maybe here. Oh, damn. I missed actually. Oh, what did I do? I planned the live for tomorrow. Ay. I hope it will not create a conflict. I just see now that the live was planned for tomorrow. Scheduled for 5 February at 11. What a disaster. Oh. And how does it look on YouTube then? Let me check. I just see this now. Let me check. If I go on my channel, we are live. Okay. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's okay. I think it will be gone then. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We are here. So Kelly's waiting. Kelly's waiting for his visa, which is really annoying. We had to go for a rush. You remember also that there were other bureaucratic things that actually made it postponed. First of all, he did his medicals on the 2nd, and then on the 3rd, we had to wait until 8 p.m. At least this is solved. So it's a player that he will receive his visa and he will play for Juve. But it's obviously it's an annoying situation. It's really an annoying situation. So they took the number 6. Let me check if I have the shirt of Kelly. Yeah, we have it. We have it here. You can watch it yourself. The number 6 of Lloyd Kelly. What do I think about that he took the number 6? Nothing. Honestly, nothing. No. People are saying Capitano. Maybe Capitano Lloyd. No, I have absolutely 0. I don't care. But 6 is a number that Juventini are, especially the older Juventini, are linked to, and they appreciate because of Scirea. I appreciated the fact that Danilo took that number to give an homage, a tribute to Scirea. But I don't think that Kelly went for Scirea. No, there were a lot of players that took that number 6. If you wanna see how many players took that number 6 in the past, we can go. I will tell you how many players did take the number 6 at Juve. So give me a second, I will find that immediately. That answer. Number 6 at Juve. We had, since it was official, because the officializing of the numbers arrived in season 95-96. We had Paulo Sousa. Then we had, I remember, Manuel Dimas. Thierry Henry played with the number 6 at Juve. Fabian O'Neill. What a player, Fabian O'Neill. Salvatore Fresi. Salvatore Aronica. Nicola Legrottaglie before going to the number 33. Robert Kovac, Cristiano Zanetti, Fabio Grosso, Paul Pogba. Hey, nobody said Paul Pogba. Nobody said Paul Pogba. Slim said Pogba. Sami Khedira, and then Danilo. Paul Pogba with the 6 was stronger. Paulo Sousa as well in that Champions League season was fantastic. One season. Fabio Grosso, I came in that really difficult period of Juve. Fabio Grosso. Thierry Henry was beautiful with number 6 before going towards the number 14. Anyway, Khedira Kasper, I remember that Khedira, it's really strange, the story of Khedira, because I remember how much he was hated by Juventini. But so much he was hated by Juventini. And it's really strange because every time that now I speak with Juventini about Khedira, 99% of the people say, wow, fantastic, what an intelligent player, what a class player, did well. They speak about his hat-trick against, I don't remember, I think Sassuolo, Sassuolo, I believe. But I remember that when he was at Juve, people, they really hated him. Udinese, bravo. They hated him so much. He's slow. Why is he playing Allegri out? It's because of Allegri that loves him and we don't understand. And then he has that change. And then he had that change after career that people appreciated him more after than while he was there. Same with Matuidi, by the way. Same with Matuidi. Even if I think that Matuidi was more appreciated than Khedira at Juve. Then the career of Khedira, Real Madrid, and other big teams where he played in Stuttgart, or Schalke 04. Schalke. What is the team that he played in Germany? Sometimes I speak, then I'm not sure, and it annoys me. I need to know. I will go with Schalke. Let me check. Stuttgart. You see, I needed to go with my with my first gut feeling. Stuttgart. Yeah. I don't know why I changed with Schalke 04. The first was Stuttgart. Anyway, Stuttgart, Real Madrid, Juve, and then he went a bit to Hertha Berlin. Didn't play a lot, and then he retired. Grande Semi Khedira. Penalty Khedira versus Lucas Vazquez. I have no idea what you're speaking about. I don't know. Without, yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's true. No, yeah, of course, I liked Matuidi as well. He was a workhorse that was incredible. But people, guys, some people they forget. Some people they really forget the hate that we received. Mamma mia, it was incredible. Schalke was Ozil. That's true. Vidal came from Leverkusen. It's true. Well, usually when we take players from Bundesliga, they are doing well at Juve. Usually it works well. Yeah, it's true. So, what do we know? Alberto Costa will probably go out of the Champions League. What were they talking about that? Probably yes, but we have no certainty. What do we know? It's that Lloyd Kelly already took the number 6 at Juve, but that he is not still able to play. This you cannot blame Juventus on. You take a player, you have bureaucracy that you need to take care with, and you need to wait, like for everything. Come from England, we had one spot free for English players. He took it, and it's a bit problematic, so we are waiting. Hopefully it will be solved really fast, because it's a player that really, I don't know, guys. He's already a player from Juve, so officially, so he can already be into the list of Champions League. But hopefully, because now he's one of us. Now he's a player from Juve, officially, 100%. So, it's a player that we need to support. Now it was funny to speak about Kelly from Beverly Hills 90210. It was all great and fantastic. Now it's a player from Juve. So we need to support him. We need to wish the best also for Lloyd Kelly. And the first thing is that he receive his visa as soon as possible. Vlahovic or Colo again against Como. Well, if you're looking at the calendar, the upcoming calendar of the games of Juve, will tell you. The upcoming calendar with the fixtures are that we have now a few days. Friday we play Como. Friday. Then we play on Tuesday against PSV. Then we play on Sunday against Inter. On Wednesday against PSV. Cagliari the 23rd and Empoli the 26th, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the moment that we play, the 7th, we have until the 26th. We play on that's in 19 days. We will play 6 games. 6 games in 19 days. We had time to rest after Empoli. I would not be surprised to see Dusan Vlahovic starting against Como. Colomani on the bench. Vlahovic starting. And Colomani starts against PSV. I think Not that Colomoni needs to rest because they all had their resting days. But I think it would be psychological to say to Dusan Vlahovic, you are part of the team. You are there. We count on you. You entered really well against Empoli. You scored a really beautiful goal. You celebrated. You start. You are a starter, Dusan. It depends on you, how you perform, what you do, but you are a starter. The only big, huge difference is now that you have competition. Can you play together? Yes, but of course, if you play them together, you're sacrificing all the other ones that you have. Bangula, Kenan Yildiz, Conceição, Nico Gonzalez, Wea. So, because then Colomoni is taking the spot of one of them. A lot of people said, you see that we can play with two strikers. I think that they're, until now, people are a bit wrong on that one. People are a bit wrong. We didn't play with two strikers. We played with one striker. First it was Colomoni, with some characteristics, and then it was Dusan Vlahovic with Colomoni that became a left winger, taking the position of Kenan Yildiz. We didn't play with two strikers. So pay attention to that. If they play together, it's not to play with a 4-4-2, for example. It's you play what you have, but he plays more on the wing. That's super important. Pay attention to that. Rob, Beppe, Motta has been high on this meritocracy thing based on that. Colo deserves to play. Yeah, he will play. He will play. But maybe meritocracy, guys. Meritocracy is about a lot of things. Things that we can see is the field. Things that we cannot see is the training session. Things that we cannot see is the off-the-field behavior. This is also meritocracy. It could be now that Dusan Vlahovic had that problem, that he was voices in his head, the problem with environment, he didn't know, he didn't felt appreciated, whatever. We know Dusan Vlahovic. And that now he was on the bench. He was on the bench. Since Colomoni has been there, he's always on the bench, Dusan Vlahovic. Now we play against Como, that is extremely important game. PSV is super important game that we are playing. Now we need to rotate. You know what is the difficulty with not playing Dusan Vlahovic against Como? Then I can be totally wrong, guys. If you don't play Dusan Vlahovic against Como again, maybe one time it will be okay. But and you don't play against PSV, and then there is Inter that is starting, and you don't play him, you lose Dusan Vlahovic. So we go into the situation again that we have only one striker, which is Colomani, because you totally lost Dusan Vlahovic, and you know the mental state of Dusan is, if he feels that he's not part of the project, you forget about Dusan Vlahovic until the end of the season. We are paying him, he's part of the team, he's an important player. We saw how he entered the right way against Empoli, scoring that third goal. Now, Dusan Vlahovic needs to be there, and needs to be feeling part of the game. Can be that Colomoni starts and Dusan Vlahovic enters again in that second half, early in that second half. Could be that he starts and that he goes out thinking that he will play against PSV maybe, and then Thiago Motta will play Colomoni. No, I really think that you need to recuperate him. And I believe personally that Dusan could start that game. Will it be with Colomoni? I think that you will keep Colomoni for PSV. That doesn't mean that he will not play against Como. But now you can see maybe the contrary. Vlahovic starting, Colomoni entering in second half. And at least you give the feeling to Dusan, you're still part of the team. Then it depends on him. No? I think that would be correct. Maybe you can rest Yildiz at a certain moment. No, I don't think that that Yildiz will play as a number 10. I don't think so. Then let's see, but I don't think so. No, Marco, I appreciate, of course, your suggestion, but according to me, it would make no sense. Because you play all your strongest one immediately. You play with Dusan, you play with Colomani on the left, you play with Chico on the right, you play with Yildiz. You are changing again positions. You didn't sign, according to me, you didn't sign Colomani to play more games on the left. That's not what you signed Colomani for. You signed Colomani to be a number 9. that can also play on the left. Not Colomani on the left to sometime play as a number 9. Because then, what is the problem? If you play with that, which you can do in second halves, I have no problem with that. Even if, honestly, I prefer Colomani on the right. I watch the career of Colomani, I prefer him on the right. Not that, a bit less on the left. He can play there, but I prefer him on the right. If he needs to be a winger. But when Dusan will be tired, exhausted, you need to play Colo. But Colomani will already be there since the beginning of the game, so you don't have that extra vibe, energy. When you will look onto the bench, there will be no number 9. You see? So, according to me, it makes no sense. And also because you're sacrificing also some midfielders. Don't forget that now with 2 extra defenders from the moment that Lloyd Kelly will be able to receive his visa, train and play, Weston McKennie will be again a midfielder. So you have a midfielder on top. And I think that from what we see with Thiago Motta, I really think that that McKennie could be really in the beginning phase in that role. So what I think that we can see, Kelly will probably not start. He's injured. Alberto Costa, let's see. I think that what we can possibly see against Como could even be that Perin plays. Why not? Perin to the goal, Gatti, Vega, Cambiaso recuperating him there with Thuram played the last minutes. Maybe we could see this for once. Yeah. I think that this could potentially be the starting lineup. I don't know, guys. It's really early, of course. I don't know the conditions of the players. I don't know if they are fit, they are not fit. I really don't know. That could possibly be my lineup. Or even wait. Savona pubalgia, growing pain. We need him against PSV. That's a fact. We could possibly see this, guys. Cambiaso didn't train today. Oh, it's true that I didn't know about Cambiaso. Okay, then he's gone. Cambiaso is gone, guys. Cambiaso is gone. Maybe we can still see this then against Como, guys. Then shit, didn't know that. Oh. Kelly will not be. Will probably not start. I don't know, guys. You're making me in difficulty. You're putting me in difficulty. Let's wait. That's why I told you it's early. We don't know. Yeah, Como will be tough game. Of course, it will be tough game. Cambiaso still absent. Kalulu and Mili confirmed out as well. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Milik. I mean. As well as Cabal and Bremer, of course. Kalulu, I told you, before March, we don't see him. He will miss the entire month of February. I hope he will. I hope he will play in the second half. Gatti needs to rest. I agree, as soon as possible. It's Chiellini. It's not Califiori. It's Chiellini. You know that today, informing me a bit about that situation of Kelly, you know, it's a player that was followed already since Bournemouth time by Cristiano Giuntoli. Was a player that he knew already everything about, that he wanted to take him back then. Then it didn't happen. But it's a player that was already liked by. Let's hope. I think the timing of when we signed Kelly was wrong, and all the other names that we heard before. Hopefully it's a good player. Colo, I laugh when people say Como Stadium is beautiful. It's only beautiful because of the scenery. The actual stadium is an embarrassment to the league. Colo, don't put me on that track, because then I will create again some enemies. Como Stadium is a shame for Italy. If you're looking at the second division Bundesliga stadiums, and then you see Como, it's really a shame. It's really a shame. Should not even be allowed to play in Serie A, according to me. Should not even be allowed. Yeah, I like the Lake of Como, beautiful, nice, but this should not. I think if you have a stadium like that, you say, no, you stay in Serie B. As long as you don't change your stadium, you don't come. They were obliged to already do some changes for security, and to increase a bit the attendances. That's why they actually didn't play at home for 4 or 5 games in the beginning of the season. They always played away. It's not acceptable. Look at that. That's the stadium how it is today. They have plans to go like that, so they presented a design. But you know how Italy works, guys. You know how Italy works. So I'm not sure if they will be able to create that, and how long it will take to create it. I really hope, because it's like this. It's a nice stadium. It's a nice stadium. It's a nice stadium. A nice little stadium. But Colo is saying they spent 40 million this winter, but they can't fix the stadium. The problem is that the stadium is not their stadium. It's from the municipality of Italy, and they decide, they give you the green light, yes or no. Of course, it's not good for them. It's not good for them, because now every month they receive the rent from the stadium. So yeah, they have presented that, but Roma presented one, Lazio presented one, Inter, Milan. How many projects did we see? So I will believe it when it's there. Atalanta did beautiful renovations, even if it's not their stadium, but they did beautiful. Udinese did beautiful. There are some teams in Italy that made some beautiful renovations to the stadium. Today I saw, for example, Atalanta stadium that was full, sold out in Coppa Italia. Sold out in Coppa Italia. We need to speak about that, and also about this, guys, that I still saved here, that comment about Dusan Vlahovic and Colomani, why I don't believe this can happen. I will tell you really, really, really fast. Then, people are telling me, Beppe, there is possibly a bomba from, but the Mercato is closed. Bomba. Juventus still want to sign David Hancko and are planning a bid around 22-23 plus bonus to sign him during the transfer window at the beginning of June. Hancko has given his availability since December for a 5-year contract with a salary of 2.5 plus bonus. You see, Mercato never sleeps. Seriously. Mercato never sleeps. We stop and we go immediately. Now, yeah, we own our stadium. That means that one will not be there next year, or we will not permanently sign Kelly, or at least we will not do an attempt to sign him, because he's on loan. I tell you, a loan where he goes back to Chelsea, but you can always do an attempt. Why not? If he's proving, if he's doing really well, even if more he plays, better he plays, more the Chelsea will ask for money. So Vega, yeah, sorry guys, I'm confused with these players, guys. If you tell me tomorrow you have Mbappe, I will not miss the name of Mbappe. If you tell me Renato Vega, with all the respect, I never heard about him, guys. And then they all have like two names. It's annoying, mamma mia. Colomwani, Renato Vega, Lloyd Kelly. No, Kelly is one name, but it's the name strange. You know. Renato Vega is sad in the chat. It's really annoying, mamma mia. I have difficulties. I really have difficulties with these names. But we had a lot of changes as well in one season. I'm not used to have so many changes in one season. What a disaster. What a disaster. Yeah, probably also the age is catching up. That's probably the reality. Let me say thank you to Sader, Grande Sader, 36 months with us. It's not over. I need to come back on that. Thank you, Sader. Midfield role in attack transition this season. Midfield role in attacking transition this season. Yeah? And then we have Stavros with a white and black Bianconero hearts. Thank you, both of you. 36 and 33 months. Mamma, it's getting up. Huh? It's getting up. Grande ragazzi. Thank you. So, you're telling me, guys, here, we were speaking about Hancko. Yeah, but if you have a Bremer that is back, a Cabal that is back, you have so many players at a certain moment, you will need to take a decision also, because like Colo is saying in the chat, there is a possibility that Juventus already had a pre-agreement on Comuzzo. That doesn't mean that you have the how can I say, that it's a signed player that you already agreed on. No, the only pre-agreement that you can have with Fiorentina is the first team that we will speak with is Juve. If we need to close an eye on something, if we need to be a bit more kind on something, it is Juve. At the end, it's because of Juve that he didn't go to Napoli. Yeah? Otherwise, he was already probably today a Napoli player, Comuzzo. Yeah, I spoke. I didn't speak about it today, but I spoke about it, I believe, when we were speaking about Fiorentina Fagioli possibility, not in the live, but even the day before, when it was not a done deal. But indeed, that's the problem, man. Like people are saying in the chat, King and Nemanja, 45, 60 million. Yeah, that's the pre-agreement that you have, that you are the first team informed. Then if they go with 45, with 60 million euro, guys, it's tough, huh? It's really tough, depending on the second part of the season also on Comizzo. So it's really, of Comuzzo. It's really tough. But hopefully we can, it's a good player. It's 19, he's young, he's a good player. But I think that now we have a too much in our defense. But nobody's telling us that things can change, a revolution in defense as well. If you're looking at what we have today, and what we could have possibly, what do we see? If we take away these defenders or these players, what do we have? Let's say that they are all back in shape. Kelly, Rui, Bremer, Cabal, Cambiaso, Alberto Costa, where's Savona? I don't know why I put him on the left. So this is what we have today, including the injured players. Actually, it's like that. Actually, it's like this. This is what we have today. So a team of 4 pure center backs. You see how much teams I have, guys? All of them. I have a lot of players. It's a lot of work. So, ciao Borna. This is what we have as center backs. Rui will probably not stay with Juve next season. He will probably go on loan. And that's one. Renato Vega is not our player. You could possibly go for Hancko here. And Vega goes away. That's one thing. If Cambiaso goes to City, like people are saying, if he goes to City, then you need another left back. If he stays. But maybe Cabal. I don't know how, when he will come. You can go with the Hancko, Vega, 6 months, but if he's doing really well and you want to keep him, then I don't know. And then if you really want to put a Comuzzo there as well, then someone needs to leave from these players, and probably this one could leave. Jalot will come back. Maybe he will be signed. From Porto. You could possibly add a Comuzzo here, a Hancko here. I think that Rugani, at the end of this season, it's over. I am not sure. Let me check a bit until when we extended the contract, because we extended the contract of Rugani. But I cannot tell you if it's until the end of this season or the next one. 2025, guys. No. Yeah. Wait. They are telling us here, contract expire June 30, 2025. On loan. Okay. We have a contract until 2026. So it's the loan stops in 2025 at Ajax. And then we have a contract until 2026. Bravo. So we extended 2 years, actually. Yeah. I don't think that Rugani will come back, guys. No. He's doing well now with Ajax. He's doing really well. But I don't think he will come back. Can we have a bit more likes, guys, on the video? We have only 191, which is not a lot, which is absolutely not a lot. And I messed up in scheduling the live for tomorrow, so it doesn't help neither. What a disaster. Who do you want to sell for 10 million? If we sell him for 10 million, who do you want to sell for 10 million? Rugani? No, guys. He will not be sold for 10 million. I can already tell you. No. No. Now, let me come back on that one, because it's an important one. Do you believe? I hope that Ashraf is still there. Ashraf, if you're still there, let me know. Do I believe in Dusan Vlahovic Colomani swap? No. No, I don't believe in it. Absolutely not. For a few reasons. Paris Saint-Germain has been on the player since long in asking informations, and they never went for Dusan Vlahovic. If they really wanted to take the player, Ashraf is there. if they really wanted to take the player, it would already have been a Paris Saint-Germain player. It would already have been under the Tour Eiffel and doing beautiful selfies. I can guarantee you that. Why is Paris Saint-Germain not going for Dusan Vlahovic? Because the sporting director of Paris Saint-Germain is a really great friend of Max Allegri. They know each other really well since long. They have a fantastic relationship. And Paris Saint-Germain sporting director has all the information he needs about Dusan. And as long as he will be there, he will not go for Dusan Vlahovic. If tomorrow they take another sporting director, I don't know. But as long as he's there as a sporting director, Dusan Vlahovic will not go for Juve. Unless it's an opportunity of a free transfer, you never know. But no. On top of that, he's absolutely not the player for Luis Enrique. Bravo. King is actually saying the second thing. So the first one is sporting director. 2, the coach, Luis Enrique. He doesn't like players like Dusan Vlahovic. Where we see that there are some teams, like, for example, Manchester United, that could possibly like a player like Dusan. Well, Luis Enrique is a player that doesn't like him. I'm not speaking about Dusan, about the role of Dusan. He doesn't like these kinds of players. So forget about Dusan there for the coach. Then, on top of that, I already told you that story. I know that some believe me, some they don't believe me. But who is the successor of Luis Enrique in the mind of Al-Khelaifi? Tell me again. Who is the successor of Luis Enrique? Thiago Motta. No, not Allegri. Thiago Motta. So it doesn't mean that he will be there next year. But the idea, you never know in life how it goes. Huh? But the dream is Thiago Motta. So Thiago Motta is not a fan of Vlahovic. So whatever you turn, Paris Saint-Germain is actually the worst destination for Dusan. So I really don't believe in a swap. And really, if a swap could have been done, it would already have been done now. Because Juventus, at a certain moment, they said, if he can leave, let him go. Now, already. The agents knew, everyone. So when you are in talk with Paris Saint-Germain, you would already have done the swap. So I don't think... No, but at the moment, Thiago Motta is good at Juve. He has the trust of the management. He's happy. I mean, he was happy, especially after Empoli now. What about Osimhen? I would personally think 100 times before signing Osimhen. Osimhen is a fantastic player. I love the player. But it's a player, guys, that sometimes is a bit out of... He's not in the queue sometimes, which is sometimes good to have personality players. But a player like that, it's sometimes tough to deal with. On top of that, it's a player that every 2 years is playing the African Cup, which means that your biggest, strongest number 9, the one that you are counting on, it means that every 2 years you need to let him go for more than 1 month. And on top of that, don't forget that you will need to pay a lot of money to Napoli. Basta giving money to the other Italian teams. So take Colomoni, guys. No, but I love Osimhen. That's the thing. I really love the player, and I believe that Osimhen could be top at Juve. I really believe that. I think that if he is at Juve, he will be a fantastic number 9. Fantastic. So, but there are a lot of things that the money to Napoli, the African Cup, which is always annoying, because I have no problem with African Cup. That's absolutely not the problem. They have absolutely the right to go there to play with your country. You know it up front. But if you're playing with, like, for example, 7 midfielders and one of them is leaving, that's one thing. if it's your number 9, your real number 9 is really like center backs. The two center backs are crucial. Like you saw what happened with Bremer out, and the number 9 position is also really crucial. The difference is that the number 9 you can rotate during the game, let him rest, managing in there. But it's important to have your number 9 that is playing your games. Midfielders you can rotate a bit more. Wingers you can rotate a bit more. Number 9 is tough, guys. Bravo. This is what I thought. And then you have the Italian teams. If you give 75 million euro for the close, 75 million for the close is actually only for abroad. Then would they accept it also for Juve? I don't know. But we already did it with Higuain. And Higuain has been good. But if you're totally honest, was Higuain, Juve's Higuain, worth 90 million euro for what he delivered then? Probably not. And we are speaking about the second most expensive player ever. You have Ronaldo, you have Higuain. In that list, in the top 5, you even have Arthur. I don't think, guys. Honestly, no. I love Higuain. I really love Higuain. And I think that first season was incredible. The second season as well. Then a bit less. Then he went to Milan. And then when he came back, it was already over. 90 million was a lot. Was a big statement from Juve at that time. It's one of the transfers that I loved the most, actually, for how it went with the day before. De Laurentiis saying, no, I know Marotta really well. I spoke with him. They will never go for the close. The day after, boom, the close was paid with the medical already done. The medicals were already done in Madrid somewhere in a hidden spot. That was really, really funny. And also we weakened Napoli also. So it was a fantastic transfer, but I think that if you are really considering everything, probably too much. So going for... Yeah. I tell you, for me, it was one of the best transfer in terms of how I experienced it, how I followed it. It was probably also the first transfer that I followed more on social media than on television, because usually I was following, we were watching Italian television, what was happening, and Sky Sport 24 to follow, minute by minute. And that Higuain was the first one that I really followed on Twitter more than the other. I think it was the first jokes and the celebrating with fans on social media the arrival of Higuain and following where was he and being a bit of detectives there. It was really, what a beautiful experience. I always told you I think that Jonathan David could come to Juve. I'm surprised that he didn't leave Lille this winter with big teams that were looking for a striker. Arsenal. So I don't know why he didn't leave. Is it already because he has an agreement with Juve? Could be. Some people are saying because he's asking for a lot of money, etc., etc. I don't know. I think that there is something there. An attack of Kolo Muani, Jonathan David. If you have like two strong strikers, Kolo Muani, Jonathan David, it's not bad. Huh? It's not bad at all. I would not go for Zirkzee, guys. I would not go for Zirkzee. But Kolo Muani, Jonathan David is not bad. Then you know that Jonathan David has never been my preferred one. But all in all, if you can replace Dusan Vlahovic with Jonathan David, guys, if Dusan Vlahovic is able to bring you how much goals in Serie A? 15? No? What is the average of Dusan Vlahovic in Serie A at Juve? Let me check. The first full season, 10 goals in Serie A. The second full season, 16. If you're looking at the first half, that second half, 7 goals. And now the first half, 8 goals, including the one of yesterday. So 7, 7, 14. Yeah, the average is that it's 15 goals. A bit less because, yeah, but he had also a bit of pubalgia. Penalties are important indeed. He scores lots of penalties, but it's a player that brings you, let's say, 14 goals per season. But it costs you 12 million a year. Last year of contract, a player that has ups and downs, mental. Guys, then I take Jonathan David. Can he do worse in terms of goal contribution than Dusan? I don't know. I don't think so. No, I agree. Calma, Rob. I know that you are a hater of Dusan. But a free player, half of the salary of Dusan, I think he can bring you these. And if you go with him, that scores, I don't know, 12 goals, and you have 12 goals from Colomwani, and you have a 24 at the end. In Serie A. So I don't think Paris Saint-Germain. Let's see where he will go. I would go for Jonathan David because he's a free striker, guys, that could do the jump, and also because you know that I have always been quite harsh on Jonathan David. But if you are looking at the season, yesterday we watched it. Yesterday, by the way, mamma mia, David Trezeguet, what a player! David Trezeguet, what a player! If you're looking for Jonathan David, the stats are incredible at Lille this season. 12 goals in Ligue 1, 6 goals in Champions League against big teams. Qualifiers also, there are 2 goals, 3 assists in Coupe de France. And the stats are beautiful. This season he's doing a real season, a big one. He has exactly the same age as Dusan, 25. He's 14 days older than Dusan. Born in Brooklyn, speaks French, speaks English, from Canada. And you put him with McKennie. You have that. Would not be bad. Yeah, I start to go towards why not, but also because it's free. How can I become a member? You know that I never do that because I always say like I will not annoy people. I'm already happy with likes, but a lot of people say, Beppe, you should explain it at least one time alive how you can do to become a member. So actually, it's super easy if you are on PC. If you are on Android phone or whatever Mac, it's super easy. You click the plus sign and it's written become a member. You or that dollar sign. I don't know if it's dollar or the plus sign. Wait, I cannot do it here. Wait, let me check. Let me check. No, it's the dollar sign. Yeah, you click on the dollar sign and then it's written like membership. And you click on it and you will do. If you are on iPhone, it's a bit more complicated because on iPhone you need to go towards the description of the video. So if you are there, you click where it's written, like 287 are watching now, starting the stream, blah, 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 blah. You click on that. It will become bigger. And then you have a small phone with join the GJustjuve membership. You click on that and you will be redirected. To the membership. Let me copy paste it. Maybe I can do it here. Oppa. And let me know if it works or not, Shervin. Okay. 10 more minutes. Carolina, calma, calma. Mamma mia, Carolina is the most pumped up from the entire chat. What do you want with Matthias Tell? Remember, are you doing members only lives, web? No, because I cannot do that. I tried one day to do a live for members only, but it was not working. So what I can do is doing a live for everyone, but only members can write, but I don't think it's correct. Or you can do a live that then you take away and you give only access to members to watch it. But I can do a live. I cannot do a live for members only. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So that's not possible. But I would love to start doing some videos for members only. That I want to do. I miss Evra. He was a good player. Ah, eccolo, LGG. Questions, guys. Let's say 8 minutes of questions. I'm not like that, guys. I don't miss too much players. I get over it. I get over it. Seriously. Have a player, then it's over. Ciao. Milik, he injured himself again, huh? He injured himself again. I started with that, Bianconeri FC, with Ariana Caruso to Bayern. I said I was extremely sad because it was one of my favorite players from the Juventus women, and I said I lost 2 number 21s in the same day. Yeah. So, extremely sad, but I think for her it's a huge, huge opportunity. So, happy for her. Sad for Juve, because she was really an icon at Juve. Here you go. Here we go. Robbie loves these games. Rob Lewandowski. Rob, top 5. Evra, Alexandro, Dani Alves, Ramsey, Bentancur. Ramsey number 4. No, sorry. Ramsey number 5. I don't. Why? Sorry. Ramsey number 5. Dani Alves number 4. Bentancur number 3. Alexandro number 2. Evra number 1. Because I never liked Alexandro as a player too much, even when he was prime. I always said that. Guys, it's the foreign player with the most appearances at Juve. He did also really good things at Juve before the last 3 seasons that were not beautiful at all. So I cannot put him lower than that. I want to take his... Even if I didn't really like Alexandro as a player, it's not correct. I appreciated the person. Really appreciated the person. Evra is a player I really liked. Dani Alves, I put him 4th because he went 1 year here, then he left, and then as a player, there is no doubt Dani Alves is the best one of the 5. Without any hesitation, the career of Dani Alves has been exceptional as well. But at Juve, one only year. Bentancur was a player that I really, really liked. Unfortunately, my father said it will become the new Zidane. My father exaggerated, of course. Yeah. It's true. If I was a young player with talent, I would tell my agent to get me out of Juve. I think this is an interesting topic, Apex, because if you are actually taking aside the anger, you will say that actually it's not true. Actually, it's not correct. We have the youngest ever team, I believe, of Juve, the second youngest team of Serie A. So actually, Juventus is giving you the chances if you are young. I don't even agree with that. I don't even agree with that. I think we are too young, and that's also one of the problems. But don't forget that this year we have Kenan Yildiz, we have Bangula, we have Savona. There are three players that have a lot of minutes. Savona and Yildiz are starters. Bangula has a lot of minutes. And we always said, three players are, if we can get up three players per season, we are doing well and well and well and well. Okay, don't believe that the next gen project has been made only for keeping them in first team. Some are for opportunities on the Mercato, some are for plusvalenza, some are to stay in the first team, some for a short period stay and then they go. Soule played the season with Juve, went on loan up, and you sell him. No, I don't agree with that one, even if it's true that for the more romantic ones that are loving a team or dreaming about a team with Miretti, Ealing Jr., Barrenechea, and at the end they are not there anymore, Huijsen, etc., etc. I know it can be a harsh, confronting reality, but I think it's a bit exaggerated. That one is a bit exaggerated. Personally, I don't think. I think actually it's the contrary. If you are a young player, you can come to Juve. The difference is, can you really stay long at Juve? That's a big one. But it's actually, honestly, Juve is at today a perfect trampoline for your career. If you are fantastic, you will be sold and Juventus will accept the money. If you are good, you will have a lot of interest on the market because still you are a Juve player, and when you are at Juve, you have more calls because you're known, because and probably going from Juve to Roma is better than when you are, I don't know, at Genoa and then you go to Venezia, maybe, things like that. You can still do that middle step. No, I think actually totally the reverse thing of here. I totally think that the reverse thing here. No. I don't know who you are speaking about, Apex, when you are saying this isn't the Juve of the past. This is absolutely not the Juve of the past. I hope it's not to me. Maybe you're speaking with the chat, I don't know. This is absolutely not the Juve of the past. In the past, there were zero young players. Go back in 2005, 2006, before Calciopoli. Go back in that winning Juve of the 9 years of the Scudetto. There were no youth. Go even further in the year 2000, there was zero space for youth. Actually, Juventus, they didn't care at all about youth project. Zero care about it. We don't care. We have a youth academy because we are obliged. And then when they are too old, they go away, even if for free, and we don't care. Until the moment where Juventus said, you know what, out of necessity, but also looking further, and maybe let's create a youth academy that now is starting to really work. It's not at the level of in Spain, where it's a cultural thing, where it's really a cultural thing, where it's there since long, where they have that huge experience. It's not yet at the level of other youth academies, but Juventus cannot be at that level today, but they are doing beautiful progressive, and don't think that all the players that will go towards that process and next gen will become Juve players first team. No, it will not. Most of the young players we hyped are showing we were wrong. A lot of them. Ealing Jr. is now at Middlesbrough in Championship. Some wanted him as a starter, but this is what I have always told you that about Ealing. Yeah? I loved Ealing, seriously, really good person, beautiful one. But I always told you, Ealing is a second half player. He enters and he changes you the game. I always tell you that, and people hated me when I said, Ealing is leaving. I'm sad because I know him. But I said he still needs to show, to increase, to do better. People, they didn't like what I was telling you, but it's true. But also Soule, the difficulty that he's finding at Roma, and he's an exceptional, talented player. Who is the only one that really we say, wow, at the moment is Huijsen. At the moment, because after the injury, because he went to Bournemouth, after the injury, he started to bang some games in a row, boom, 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 had some media attention. And probably because I always made a ranking where, I have put, I don't know if you remember that, when I made a ranking about unknown young players, I put you Huijsen first, Yildiz second. I have put back then Huijsen up front of Yildiz in becoming a world player. I remember that really well. I was not wrong. But let's give him a bit of continuity. Yeah? I remember Kulusevski as well. He goes to Tottenham. He plays like 10 games. He's the god on earth. And he totally disappeared. And he comes back. Let's wait for some continuity for these young players. But it's not the same Juve as in the past, because it's not the same Serie A as in the past, because Juve made some mistakes, because we are paying the consequences for it, because Juve is in a system in Italy where even if you are not guilty, if your name is Juve and there are some things that are investigated there, without appeal, they are sending you in second division or they are taking you some points. Here. Bravo, Serraz. New names. I said it in October. Paolo Ceppi and Barido. Attention to the two names. I have even more than but Paolo Ceppi could be really soon a beautiful name. Pay attention. But I made a video about youngsters. I made a video about youngsters, the next one. So pay attention to these names, seriously. Go back and watch that video. Pipito, we have some talents there, 14, 15 years old, that are really, really good. Really, really good. Today we also announced a Belgian player, 16 years old. De Bruyne, youth academy player from Genk. New player from Juve. Look up. Wait. Here. So his father was a Belgian football player, Thjorven de Bruyne, and his son, Maxime de Bruyne, came from. Wait. I love you, my friend, but it's my friend that is supporting Tottenham. He played at Genk in the under 18 elite, or at least with the youth academy of Gent, not Genk, Gent, guys, Gent. 193 or so is huge. And they are comparing him to the new Rudiger. They are comparing him to the new Rudiger. This guy. Born on October 29, 2008. 16 years old. So our youth academy is working, guys. And he's becoming better and better and better. Daniel Abdur is saying, Beppe, is he already out of project or clip? No, it's not. It's not out of project. Probably with big chances out of the Champions League list. And today we saw Thiago Motta speaking with him. We are not 100% sure of what he said. But that looks like that this is the conversation that they had today to tell him that for the Champions League of the 6th of February, that should be official, that only 3 new players can come in. Veiga, Kelly, and Colomoni. It was not clickbait. Oh, if Colo is there, if Colo is still there, one player that I would love to have at Juve is that partnership Colomoni, Santiago Castro. I love Santiago Castro. Santiago Castro, Colomani, boom boom. I missed a top 5 from Rob. Attenzione. I will come back on the top 5. But first, let me say thank you to Amadou, my friend Amadou. Thank you. 4 months together with us. I'm asking again, lol. What do you think about our current squad? What changes would you like to happen with selling anybody? This is a difficult question, Amadou, because I speak every day about it. Because I speak every day about it. Look, I think all in all, after the Mercato, we closed some holes, some gaps that we had. What I would love, Amadou, is that we start having a bit more understanding of roles, who's playing where, who are the number 10s of the team. It cannot be one time Yildiz, one time McKennie, one time Koopmeiners, one time Nico Gonzalez, one time no number 10 and we just play. No. You want the number 10 in your way of playing? Okay. Choose 2 of them and you go with these 2. And if it's not one, it's the other. Who is your left back? Is it McKennie or is it Cambiaso? Who is the second left back? So I would love to see that. I don't want to see every single game McKennie playing another position. I don't want to see every single game Cambiaso playing another position. Or Yildiz or whatever. Fluidity is important. Versatility is important. But I think that this team needs a bit of structure now. This is the team until the end of the season. We know who is injured. We know who is there. Go and play. That's one thing. The second thing is, but this is extremely difficult, but I would love to see a team that is now starting to believe in themselves. Able to manage. Third thing, I would love to see a bit more mobile, vocal Thiago Motta. I don't want him to transform himself. I don't want him to become a copy of Antonio Conte. There is only one Antonio Conte. But I would love to have a Thiago Motta that, when you concede that one goal in Riyadh against Milan, that is starting to ask, to push, to Napoli. I don't want to see Thiago Motta at the 87th minute speaking with Hugo and thinking. It's too late to think. It's too late. You flopped the second half, so I want a reaction. And that reaction needs to come, I believe, from you first. So these are the 3 things that I would change without selling anybody. Massimo Lesti, 30 months ago. You said during one of the watch-along that perhaps Juventus is meant to not play beautiful football. Do you believe we can play calcio champagne and win? Everything is possible, of course. everything is possible. I would be crazy to say, no, I don't believe that, because why are you obliged to choose? Then, on the other side, I said that out of frustration first, because also a bit of experience. We tried it in the 90s, it didn't work. We tried it with Maurizio Sarri, it didn't work, because it didn't work. We won the Scudetto more because the other ones collapsed at a certain moment than because of ourselves. It was our last Scudetto, and probably it opened an era of non-winning after that. We tried with some ideas of modern football with Pirlo. Didn't work. We tried with Thiago Motta at a certain moment. At the moment, it's not working. So what do? If you want that way of playing, that DNA, that identity, you need different players that agree with it. And that's what we did. We changed the entire team, but you need a lot of patience to implement it, to create a culture in a club that is not, and especially an environment, clubs, fans that do not have that. So, tough. I see here, Willu X. What do you think about Jonathan David and Colomani as strikers if Vlahovic is out? I don't know if Willu X is just a Willu, or if it is Willu from YouTube, the French football content creator that I really appreciate. I don't find enough time to watch his video. I do when I can. But Willu is good. Huh? Willu is good. If it would be Willu, I would love him to come one day to join me to speak or in English about Juve, or I would love to speak in French with him about football. But Willu is top. La crème de la crème. But I already answered that question. Earlier. So I would go pro for it, but first of all, you need to go with Colomani finding a deal important with Paris Saint-Germain. And you need to be, if you already didn't, you need to go really fast on anticipating everyone that will go for Jonathan David that is on a free. Can they play together? Probably yes, because Colomani is a player that can play different position, right, left, and in the middle. Can play a bit lower than Jonathan David, even if Jonathan David has also the movement that sometimes Thiago Motta can require. I think it's a beautiful duo. If you have these two together or not together, if you have these two, it's beautiful. Then, in my vision of football, but I'm linked to David Trezeguet and Alessandro Del Piero, or Llorente, Tevez, or XYZ, and all the other ones. I love these duos. I'm a big fan of duos up front, and duos with the technical magic player and the top scorer, you know? Oh, I love that. Castro Colomani would be top. But even Kenan Yildiz, huh? Kenan Yildiz Colomani would be beautiful. 4-4-2 is underrated by a lot of people. 4-4-2. You don't care. Play with 4-4-2. I love 4-4-2 is easy, basic. 2 strikers, 2 wingers, 2 fullbacks. But then, of course, guys, of course, it came with the fullbacks today. They also are obliged to be extremely offensive players. And then, because you have already wingers, you know, you prefer to take away these wingers to actually complete the midfield with different characteristics. It's smart, huh? But 4-4-2 I love. 3-5-2 I love as well. I think that every way of playing, you have your pros, your contra. But if you can give me a duo, Del Piero, Trezeguet, kind of characteristic, I would be extremely happy. I forgot. No, I didn't forget. Attenzione. Here, of course, Pirlo is considered a coach, not There, we finish with this one. It's really a tough one. It's really a tough one. As coach, I would put Dybala Higuain was a beautiful duo. It's true, Coral. Pirlo fifth, easy. By the way, oh, did you see? I put him here in the wall again today. It was a long time ago I didn't put him. I put him, Vialli, and Gianni Agnelli. Beppe is there. You see Beppe? Coach only, yeah? Coach only. Pirlo fifth. No hesitation. What do you want, actually? The best coach for Juve, or you want the one that gave me... Because, honestly, Sarri won the Scudetto. Ranieri didn't with Juve. He never did with any team, by the way. He won the Scudetto in England with Leicester. But I would put Pirlo fifth, Sarri fourth, Ranieri third. Voila. First and second position is extremely difficult for me because I loved Conte, the passion, how he started. It were 3 intense years, incredible years. A lot of people, they remember that first season with a beautiful football as well. The other 2 seasons were not that beautiful in terms of football. More competitions to play, so less time to prepare games, less fluid, beautiful football. It was different. But a winning Juve. A winning Juve in Italy, Serie A, not in other competition because he never won another trophy than the Scudetto with Juve. If I'm not wrong. I need to check. Did he win a Supercoppa or not? What are the trophies of... I think it's only... It's 3 Scudetti, guys? I won twice the Supercoppa Italia. No, that's as a player. Wait. We won the Supercoppa Italiana with him, and twice Supercoppa Italiana, I believe, with Antonio Conte. Yeah. So 2 times Supercoppa Italiana and 3 Scudetti. So 5 titles with you. It's a lot in 3 years. But I think that Allegri would be the first. Of course, it's influenced by Allegri 2.0, but he comes in a situation where it would have been extremely difficult for any coach to come after Antonio Conte is extremely tough. At Juve even more because Antonio Conte, Juventino, he brought this back in 2011, and he did well. He did really well in winning immediately. He's bringing us 2 times in a final of Champions League, in winning also the other titles. He's a Coppa Italia winner 5 times. The coach that won the most Coppa Italia, all of them with Juve. I think that Max Allegri would be first. Longer, 8 years, 5 top years, 3 extremely difficult years. If you do the average, I believe that Allegri would win. Yeah. As a coach at Juve today, then maybe Conte will come back and Conte will do good again, and Conte will be better than Allegri. I agree. Allegri was 2 games away from 2 times the treble. It's crazy, because Against Real Madrid, there is nothing to say. They destroyed us. They were stronger. Barcelona was stronger, but I believe that really that Barcelona game we could have won. An episode, a penalty against Pogba, and it changed the history. It changed the history not only of the 2015 game, but probably also for the 2017, because not having that obsession of Champions League would probably have been totally different. But yeah, I think Max. Max. Yeah, I think that Conte can be back in one day. I think so. Not immediately, but I think so. This is because of the team that we had, Cristiano Ronaldo, Matthijs de Ligt, etc., etc. No, Matthijs de Ligt was playing with Ajax, but the team that we had, yeah, we were probably the strongest. So it's a bit what happened in '97 as well. Huh? You win the Champions League the year before, then you go with an even better team, and that team is losing the final against Dortmund. Here, the problem is that we were far yet, and we were not like in the semi-final against Ajax. Huh? So I don't know. I don't know if we would have won it or not. I close the live, guys. Thank you for everything. We see each other tomorrow. Video. Don't forget, video. Watch it. Because I saw already today, Mercato is over. The views are down. So I'm counting to all of you with supporting with a maximum of likes on the videos, watching it, sharing it. Thank you. We see each other tomorrow. Ciao. Mike Di Carlo, Bogdan, Rob, Roberto Gallo, LJJ, Johnny, ciao a tutti, forza Juve. Ciao. Ci vediamo domani. We see each other tomorrow.